The fifth dimension is not a physical place. It's not like we're just gonna blast off into some alternate universe and start living in some other dimension, all light and love, right? That's not how this works. Everything comes down to you going through the dark in order to enter the light. I'm gonna break down the top 3 signs that you have entered the fifth dimension. Now, welcome to the Great Awakening. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. Let me be the first to really let you know that things are different right here on planet Earth. Now, the first sign, the number 1 sign that you have shifted into 5D is you are going to start feeling a little hungover. Have you been feeling a little off since the 21st? Have you been feeling like things are different? I'm talking about a integration of this new energy anchoring right here on planet Earth. Not being hungover from too much alcohol, too much partying. I'm talking about something completely different. I'm talking about the matrix code. I'm talking about the DNA activation that is happening right now on planet Earth as we ascend to the 5th dimension. Now, we have to get rid of all that programming, all those expectations that come from our imagination and all that Hollywood-esque stuff that is going to get you into expectations and attachments, because that has nothing to do with the 5th dimension. It's not an instant change, right? It's not like you just flip the switch somewhere and boom, we're all just disappearing and going up to the heavens or something. That's not how this works at all. We have to get away from that programming and understand what truly matters. And you have to understand as well that you can only go through the darkness in order to get to the light. So it's not going to be this cool hippie unicorns and rainbows and all this wonderful stuff. Quite the opposite. We're going to go through so much uncomfortable things that you don't even know until you are in it, and then you have to go through it, and that's where the breakthrough happens. So, have you been feeling a little off? I know I have. It's been quite an integration for me since the 21st, and we are only getting started right here as we begin the age of Aquarius. Now, the second most major thing is you are going to have a shift in your priorities. Your conscience is going to wake up. You're going to get more clarity on who you are as a human soul right here on planet Earth. What is your dharma? What is your purpose? What are you here to do? You're probably shifting your ideas of who you are right now. What are you here to do? What do you really want to do on this planet? Go away from that 9 to 5. Go away from those people that were doing those things in the past, because that was serving the old paradigm. It's time to wake up and go even deeper than you ever thought was possible. So go through all of those attachments and those projectile things of who you thought you were, right? You keep projecting your reality and projecting into the future when the only thing that matters is this exact moment right here and now. No, this is going to sound a little off, but you are not the same person who you were even a week ago, let alone a year ago. You are shifting into that 5th dimension, which is true unconditional love. Now, as you begin to awaken this spirit, awaken this Kundalini energy, your life is going to change. You're going to be a completely different person than who you were before. Now, all you have to do is embrace these changes, stop resisting that flow, and you will begin to get in tune with that energy that we call the 5th dimension. This is not a physical place. Remember, we're not going to teleport anywhere. That's not how this works. You have to embody that frequency. You have to pull that down from the cosmos and understand that we are here to uplift one another, to truly love, to truly go beyond the matrix and those limitations of our mind. That's what this is all about. So if you feel lost, if you feel like you don't even know where you're at right now, this is a huge sign that you are shifting into the 5th dimension. The 4th dimension is the bridge. That's what you're experiencing right now. You're wondering what this life is all about because you've been casted out of your body. You've been casted out of the programming and the attachments of who you used to be, and now you're anchoring into what is. There's a huge difference here. Right now, your job is to practice discernment. Practice the art of discernment. Where is that voice coming from that says, man, am I in the 5th dimension? Am I stuck in the matrix? What is going on here? If you're feeling like all crazy and overwhelmed, trace those thoughts back. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from the ego? Is it coming from the mind? Or is it coming from your higher self? Remember, you are not the mind, you are not this body, you're not even your thoughts. You are this infinite consciousness wrapped up in human form. So yes, you're gonna do this dance going back and forth from 3D to 5D until you practice discernment and understand that the higher self is really where the magic is. Now your job is to integrate what your higher self is telling you what to do. If you're stuck in those attachments of alcohol, meat, lower vibrational activities, all of these things is your higher self telling you where you need to put your attention and focus on. So don't get so caught up on the surface, because on the surface where all these problems are happening, that's just the movie, that's just the game that we're all caught up in. Feel the wind coming through, feel the energy shifting right here on the planet as we anchor in the 5th dimension. Remember, you are the higher self. You are the producer in the movie. You are the creator, not the consumer. So start acting like the infinite soul that you are. Go through all of these uncomfortable emotions, because the only way out is through. Wherever resistance happens in your life, that's where the pain and suffering comes from. And no, this is all just a part of the game, and you are going to expand and expand on your definition of love and feel the 5th dimension. Not dream about it, not just think about it or contemplate it. I'm talking about truly feeling the essence that is the 5th dimension, which is pure unconditional love. That's what this is all about. So yes, if you feel caught and trapped and stuck and you feel like you're pulled in between worlds right now, that's a good thing. You need to go through that energy and meditate even more. Purify your consciousness even more to get to that point where there is no more pushing and pulling and you are in tune with the universe. You are in the flow instead of just being caught into what the flow is. Now, step 1 is understanding that you know what the 5th dimension is, having clarity on what that is and what prerequisites you need to do in order to eliminate all obstacles. Okay, those obstacles are coming from your mind. They're coming from the programming, the matrix, the ego. We've been in this old paradigm for a very long time. It's not just gonna shift and be out just instantaneously. That's not how this works. All of those old seeds need to be burned out of your consciousness. You need to go through that darkness in order to enter the light. And yes, this is gonna feel uncomfortable. Yes, you are gonna be overwhelmed. Yes, you are gonna get pushed to the very limit in every aspect of your life. So go even deeper. This is a good thing. Start embracing this. Start understanding that you created this right before you entered planet Earth. You signed that soul contract. You are here for a very specific reason, and that is to lead people into the 5th dimension and awaken this heart. That's where the magic is, right here. This heart is the motor, not the mind. That's what this Great Awakening is all about. The age of Aquarius is about the heart, using that as your motor and your vehicle to manifest effortlessly instead of getting caught in the mind and the what if scenarios and the woulda, shoulda, woulda, couldas. All of those things are just an old paradigm effect. So keep going with this. I know you are already where you need to be. Remember, it's all perfect. I love each and every one of you. Shout out to the Inner Circle members. Shout out to everybody on the Patreon page. I love each and every one of you. Until next time, infinite love and infinite peace.